What's that? I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations, practice of giving, and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations or practice of giving, and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations or practice of giving, and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sanje Joda Zoge Chonam Chanjo Balo Dane Yazo Chi Dage Jinso Kebe Sonamgi Tola Benjire Sanje Dubare Shu Sanje Joda Zoge Chonam La Chanjo Balo Dane Yazo Chi Dage Jinso Kebe Sonamgi Tola Benjire Sanje Dubare Shu Sanje Joda Zoge Jonam No Chanjo Bado Dane Yapsuch Dage Jinso Kebe Sonam Ye Dola Benjir Sanje Dubare Shu Om Ye Dharma Eto Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Yavatat Desham Jayo Nirodha Evam Vati Mahashramanaye Swaha Om Ye Dharma Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Yavatat Desham Chayo Nirodha Evam Vati Mahashramanaye Swaha Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Yavatat Desham Jayo Nirodha Evam Vati Mahashramanaye Swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes as well as taught by the Gracia. Deyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Parasamgate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha. See. Okay, we'll turn to page. What we did yesterday, reading from page 213. Page 213. Okay, since that we already read this yesterday, today the meaning should be more clear to us. Let's slowly read this together and see how much the meanings you can reflect on. Dependent origination emptiness, a compilation of excerpts from Sutras and Treatises for meditation on emptiness. Gift of Youth, Ratna Sutra. Manjushri, whosoever listens even with doubt in this to this teaching on emptiness, generates much greater merit than a bodhisattva who, lacking skill in means, practices the sixth perfection for 100,000 eons. This being so, what is there to say anything about a person who listens to this teaching without doubt? What need is there to say anything about a person who imparts the scripture in writing, memorizes it, and also teaches it thoroughly and extensively to others? The treasure of the One Thus Gone Sutra. Any person who possessing all these 10 great known virtues enters into the teaching of not selflessness and has faith and conviction that all phenomena are from the beginning pure of true existence does not go to a bad rebirth. Chapter on Subduing Devil Sutra. If any bhikshu realizes that all phenomena are absolutely pacified of intrinsic existence, and the beginning of defilements is devoid of his self-nature, will remove the guilt of having defilements and make unstable the defilements, thus deeming even the immeasurable negativities dysfunctional, let alone the secondary wrongs done associated with ethics and rituals. Arideva's founded verses on the middle way. Those with less merit will not even have a doubt in this Dharma of ultimate reality. Should an inquiry ever arise in someone, he'll shatter samsara into pieces. Acharya Dharmakita's commentary on valid cognition. One is liberated through the view of emptiness. The rest of the meditations are for the sake of that. Bodhisattva Shantideva is guarded the Bodhisattva sphere of life. All of these branches of practices were taught by the Buddha for the sake of wisdom. Therefore, those who wish to pacify suffering should generate this wisdom. Acharya Chandrakirti is entering the middle way. Even as an ordinary being, when hearing about emptiness, one experiences with an utter joy again and again, tears flowing from such pure moisture in one's eyes, and one's hair stands on end. One is the end, the wisdom of full awakening. Upari requested Sudra. Various delightful flowers blossom, and the sparkling supreme golden apples stand so alluring. For none of these is there a creator, they are postulated by the power of thought. It is through conceptualization that the world is imputed. Okay, this verse, of course, is from Sutra, and the whatever little learning that we got on emptiness this time, and the say in our day-to-day life, when you interact with the people, when you interact with the beautiful the weather, or when you feel sad, when you feel a little agitated, or when you feel excited, particularly things which attracts you, pulls you, or the things which push you, they will be good to give yourself a little space, time, and then they look at the object and remember this verse. The various delightful flowers blossom, things which appear so attractive, so alluring, so beautiful. And this is what exactly what the thought. The various delightful flowers blossom, and the sparkling supreme golden apples stand so alluring. So mentioned the houses, and so beautiful, with some garden there, peaceful, birds chirping, swimming pool, little bit small pool there. It's so beautiful. And yet keep in mind that these are all just this just made of atoms, and none of the atom is beautiful. And where is this beautiful thing which I am seeing there objectively, if not for being deceived? Where saved? It's nowhere there. It's just coming from my mind. It's just full of atoms. For none of it is there a creator. Is there creative meaning that there's nobody who really, it's just your mind which creates this. There's nothing who actually creates them. They are posited by the power of thought. It's your thought. It's just atoms, and you see as a beautiful house, beautiful flower. Where's that appearance coming from? It's purely coming from your mind, from the object. There's nothing really, there's a flower there, a beautiful flower there. They are posited by the power of thought. It's through conceptualization. Conceptualized meaning, the thought. It is through thought that the whole world is imputed, like dream. In a dream, say that you have conflicts with some people, and then you say there's your mistake, you did this, you did that, and so forth. Nobody did it. It's your mind which did it. You just wake up. You realize that it's all just my mind which did it. In the dream, yes, you have to fight. But when you wake up, there's such a relief. So reflect on this. Morning, when you take a brush, when you look at the mirror, you see your face when you take a brush. So, what is being brushed? The brush itself brushes. Brush is also a bunch of atoms. And what is being brushed? That your teeth. Your teeth are also a bunch of atoms. And what is being what are you doing? You are removing the dirt. Dirt also a bunch of atoms. The dirt that you remove is just a bunch of atoms, electrons, protons. And the dirt, the electrons, protons, which constitute teeth, so-called teeth, there's no difference. So you are throwing away some to keep intact something, buy something intact. This is all same in nature, whereas it's just some illusion they were creating. And because of this, then we spend so much of time eating food. So eating food, don't think that eating food is bad, right? And the point is that when you're in dream, you have to follow this in the convention. You have to follow the convention. But failing to see them as convention, you are trapped. If you see them as convention, like an illusion, no issue. You can see them as a fun. Whereas if you don't see them as illusion, then you're trapped. Then we suffer. So for example, like one time, it's my personal retreat, and a personal retreat in a beautiful place, and I was on the first floor. From there, every morning I could just see the small garden there. In the garden, I could see two beautiful roses, freshly blossomed, and the texture, the color combination is amazingly beautiful. It just trapped my eyes, and instantly I remember this verse. I recite this verse in Tibetan. Naswa yiga mendo kache shing sergi kanjo barwa yungwa tenan tela chewa gamede teta tobe wagi shabayin. This is the Tibetan version of this same verse. So I said it, and then thought about it, and deliberately I went down. I went down to look at the two beautiful, freshly blossomed flowers. I looked at them, how they appear, the four essentials. How they appear so objectively beautiful. Just don't be glued. Okay, give yourself a few seconds before you go there, before you jump, before you glue. Just think of that. So this is how it appears to you, objective real. So is it really one intrinsically? If it truly exists as objectively, I should be able to find it as I go closer to the object. If the mirage were to be the water, then what? Anyone who? If the mirage were to be water, why not those close by the mirage see water? Remember this. Okay, so let me see if the mirage is water or not. If the flower which appears beautiful is really objectively beautiful or not. How? Go closer to the object. Subject to flower to ultimate analysis. Subject to flower to ultimate analysis, we end up seeing just pool of atoms. That's it. Pool of atoms. And stay there. And see if the flower which you earlier saw is intrinsically one with the atoms. No. If they're intrinsically different from the atoms, no. Okay, Carl, would you mind opening the door? I've a guest there, a gentleman. Sitzimda, Robanan. No, yeah, person. Okay. So, but this is not intrinsically one, it's not intrinsically different. Literally, la, okay, yeah, it's okay. So, just check that, and then we see that objective, nobody identifies the flower. Just hold it there. Am I exaggerating? I'm dreaming, or this is the what I'm discovering? I'm discovering it. I discovered this is the reality. But what I've been seeing as a beautiful flower earlier, that was my deception. Now I'm discovering the reality. So we are so addicted to be with the illusion all the time and not with the discovery, the reality. So for the first time, you try to gradually make it a habit to stay with the reality that this is the flower is just imputed. It's, it's not really there's a flower from the object. Likewise, the person who is attached to this flower, there's also like a bunch of atoms, 6 elements. So likewise, everything else. Think of that. Just it's not that easy. Since time immemorial, we're being so addicted to seeing everything as object real, while nothing objectively real. This is the illusion that we live in. This is how our mind is constantly being tossed from one to the next to the one to the next. This is constantly busy, never getting rest. And finally, when you see this all coming from my mind, nothing really from the object, my mind doesn't have anything to go to this object, because it's all coming from my mind. Then you find rest. This is the ultimate rest. You really feel, this is where you feel the tranquility and serenity, which we have never experienced before. So these are things that we need to work on. Say on a daily basis when you go out with friends, don't just make yourself sucked up by the environment. Sangam sharanam gacchami, right? If you feel that you're weak, that you can easily be dragged by other people, then look for, say, good companions, friends, good friends who are into dharma, who are not into the drugs, into like alcohol, into like indulgence, parties, and so forth. Try to look for good friends. You can change. We can change. And then just make it a habit. So although our mind is very different, or so addicted to seeing things so objectively real. So now they come to discover, oh no, just wait a minute. What I'm seeing is just a bunch of atoms. Where's the flower? It's not really there. And what say you are taking a shower, right? You're taking a shower. So my body is being washed. Water is being used to wash my body, and the dirt and filth to be washed away. So they are say from the object. There's no difference there. Just in our conventional analysis, then we see things like this. But objectively, there's nothing really. There's no difference there. They're all just a bunch of atoms. There's nothing really from the object. So whatever little experience that you get, you hold it very dear to that experience. Even one thing, where's a flower? We just call it flower. Actually, it's a bunch of atoms. That's it. Just stay in there. Where's the flower? Keep asking this question. Where's this flower? It's not there. Where's this flower? It's not there. So this is how your mind is being gradually tuned, from the forcefully running down the boulder, forcefully running down the cliff. You are trying to bring it up gradually. Okay, so this is how we can do, and we do that, and then keep studying more, and of course, be in the fence. Be in the fence meaning, let's not be with the what bad influences. Bad influences can easily destroy whatever we learned here. 10 days, how many hours? For you, I think it's about like 10, 12 hours every day, right? What? 3 classes plus morning, total is about 7 hours, plus 2 group discussions, 7, 8, 9, and then evening optional, right? like 10 hours every day in 10 hours, getting early in the morning, and then after the retreat, okay, now let me have a extra sleep today, right? Morning extra sleep. And your friend comes, hey, you come to join us, right? No, I'm a little tired from the retreat. I will let you take a retreat. Then I'll let contemplate more on the emptiness. What emptiness? Come, you know. So we have a family gathering. We have a friend gathering. What friend gathering? Drinking, right? And after the drink, then you start fighting. What friends? Enemies. Fighting, right? All 10 hours into 10. 10 is what? 100. 100 hours just washed. Finished. You get it one day is good enough. So, how to protect it? Stay in the fence. Stay in the fence, right? Sometimes we have to learn how to say no to the people who drag you into bad influences. We have to learn that. And when you go in this direction more stably, and automatically these people who are into dragging you down, they will slowly separate from you. When they separate, don't feel sad. You're getting it? And in fact, this is what the many people told me when they come to Dharma, and then said that my school friends, my college friends, they are now seeing me as a boring person, started to go away from. I said, that's good. That's good. You don't need to push them. They themselves tell you that you're good. You're good. We don't want to disturb you. So they're leaving. Very good. But don't feel sad. Why I'm saying this is exactly what happened to me when I was in class 11, when I was like 17 years old in school. Say all the boys, all the boys and girls in the school, the class, somehow there was a little friction between the boys and girls, little friction, what unspoken friction between the boys and girls. I don't know what kind of friction. Then the boys, class 9, 10, then 11, it became very prominent. Very prominent. Even the boys, they say, particularly I had two extremely close friends. Two of them, even they started to go away from me. And and it was like very strange feeling. All these since childhood till like age 17, these two boys, two of us, we were like a team, always together. And then suddenly at say class 11, two of them were going on their own. Then I was being like get aside. Then started to feel what's wrong with me. I started to feel little, be said lonely. Lonely meaning that they are say not too happy with me. What happened? Then I went to my teacher. Teacher me my class teacher number one, Tibetan language teacher, Tibetan philosophy teacher, and also the hostel warden, Venerable Geshe Dorji. He's just a light, a great light in my life. And he said, I told him this what is happening. And then Geshe Dorji, he is a psychologist. He said, Dorji, don't feel sad. This is amazing. I said, no, there's nothing amazing there. Right? I feel sad. He said, no. So these people, why they are going away from you, why they are keeping you away, is that they know that they want to do something. They want to do something like what? Smoking in the school not allowed. They want to smoke. And at times when they get a chance, drink. And they know that you're not going to do that. If you are there, it's disturbance for them. They cannot do that. They're going to do this. They know that. So therefore they isolate you. In a way, implicitly saying that you're a good boy. Take this as a compliment. Don't take this as an offense. Wow, it's a very different way of looking at it. Wow. So from the next day onwards, when they're away, I feel even more happy. Right? Wow, I'm so glad. Okay. So this is what we need to keep in mind. How we need to think of, particularly when you turn more towards the Dharma. Now, I'm no more teenager, right? Each one of us. I'm no more teenager. I'm the always hitting 20, hitting 30, hitting 40, 50. Now I should think of my a greater meaning of life, a real meaning of life, not just a fancy, I have a career to build, I have an ambition. No, now I have to think of a solid meaning of life. A solid meaning of life where you grow older and older, older, you become happier, 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 which means you have found the meaning of life. Where you grow older, 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 where you start to miss more and more of your youth, you have not found the meaning of your life. So this is a mark. This is a mark of whether you are somebody wise or unwise. Where you become older, you miss your youth. This is where you have wasted your life. Where you become older, you become happier, 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 right? Which means that you are a wise person. You have given meaning to your life. Okay, let's not forget this. So for this, the point is that, I say, for example, which is better? For example, for a person who is, let's say, who is so much into the accumulating money, right? Accumulating wealth, accumulating money. So a person who always deposited money, say the $100, or let's say the $100 every month, $100 every month depositing, and then you deposit for one year. You look at how much money in the bank, and then after 10 years, you see how much money in the bank. When are you more happy? Tell me. After 10 years or after 1 year? No, if you are somebody who is so fond of money, 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 after 10 years. So would you regret that you were just 1 year of accumulation money? No, I'm so lucky that I did not fail the last 10 years, right? The last 10 years, many people, they can deposit for the first year, but they fail for the second year, third year, they fail. But I never failed. You feel so happy. You're getting it. These poor guys, young guys, right? They may fail. I did not fail in the last 10 years. They may, anytime they fail, right? I'm so lucky that I did not fail. You feel happy that you are this age rather than a young one. You're getting it? In other words, what I'm saying is that as you grow older, if you become happier, 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 that doesn't come with money, doesn't come with power, that doesn't come with your youth. It comes with the inner qualities. When you see the inner qualities are being unraveled, then you become happier, happier. Then gradually your physical changes doesn't really make difference for you. Your wealth, situation, wealth, power, and so forth, and physical beauty, health, this will not matter for you. You see that your internal quality is growing. Internal quality is a real treasure. Why the physical money, power, and so forth? Why? So that I'll be happier. It doesn't guarantee that you're happy. What guarantees that you're happy is your internal qualities. Internal qualities, when they manifest, it guarantees that you are happy. So this is what is happening to you. You become a happier person. That is a wise person. Okay. Let's continue reading this. Page 215. Bhikkhuni Vajira's utterance in a Fundamental Vehicle Sutra. The mind is demonic, which views the true self. You have a wrong view. These composition aggregates are empty. There's no being in them. Just as one designates a card, independence upon a collection of parts, so is a conventional sentient being, independent aggregates. Venerable Shavara's writings. Searching for reality throughout space, one finds not the periphery nor the center. All perception cease completely. Likewise, through the thought of search of mind and phenomena, one finds not even an atom of essence. Since the searching mind is not found, nor seeing anything is seeing the reality. Saint Saraha's writing, by entering into emptiness but devoted to compassion, will not find the supreme path. By meditating upon compassion alone, will not attain liberation, but in samsara. The one capable of grasping unity of the two will not remain in samsara nor abide in personal nirvana. King of Concentration Sutra. Just as in a dream of a young girl, she met with a boy and saw his dead. Joyous was she at the meeting, and in anguish at his dead. We all phenomena is thus. Arya and Nagarjuna's fundamental middle way. Ceasing of karmas and afflictions is nirvana. Karmas and afflictions arise from conceptual thought. These arise from mental elaboration of grasping on true existence. Elaboration ceases by going into emptiness. Neither the aggregates no different from the aggregates. The aggregates don't depend on them, nor is he dependent on them. The Tathagata does not possess the aggregates. What is the Tathagata? That which dependently originates is posited to be empty of independent existence. That being dependently designated is the middle way. Since there is no phenomenon that is not dependent originated, therefore there is no phenomenon that is not empty. Arya Nagarjuna's precious garland. If the person is not earth, not water, not fire, not air, not space, not also consciousness, not all of them, where is the person out of those? Just as a person is not truly existent, because of begin aggregation of the 6 elements, each element also is not truly existent as the aggregation of the own constituents. Dharma Samgiti Sutra. Forms appear as a mass of form. Feeding resemble bubbles in water, and discrimination is like a mirage. Mental formations are like plaintive trees. Consciousness is like a magical illusion. So does Surya Matra. So which means the 5 aggregates that we have, they're all like illusion. Next, Arya Nagarjuna's commentary on the awakening mind. Those who understand this emptiness of phenomena, yet also conform to the law of karma and its results, that is more amazing than amazing, that is more wondrous than wondrous. Arya Deva's founded verses on the middle way. Okay. Did you get the book? Good. Arya Deva's founded verses. When dependent arising is seen, ignorance does not occur. Thus, through all efforts, try to find this subject. His Holiness, the 7th Dalai Lama's range our feeds, a song of the 4 mindfulness, a guide to the view of the middle way. At the crossroads of the 6 collections of consciousness of diverse perceptions are seen the hazy dualistic phenomena which are based as. There's a magical show that is by nature deceptive. Don't believe them to be true, but view them as having the nature of emptiness. Don't let your mind go astray, but place it within the nature of appearance and emptiness. Through not losing mindfulness, hold it within the nature of appearance and emptiness. Okay, this is very important. Okay, let's just think. Okay, just look at this flower. Look at this flower and how beautiful it. Yes, it looks nice. Look at this flower, and now just go into this flower. Don't jump to the atoms directly. If you jump into atoms directly, you will never experience anything. So whereas if you go slowly, step by step, then you'll reach there. You'll reach there. Many people, they want everything shortcut so fast. So what they do is that, okay, I want to marry emptiness, the flower, atoms. Then you will never experience anything. So you have to take steps. For example, the flower. How you saw this in the powers of 10 and the NASA documentary film. So then, let's say the flower. Okay, by the way, how many of you watched it and other things from Google? You search that? You search it? Others? Not only the projection, that is, huh? Okay. Okay, I understand it. After a retreat, don't say that I've turned to the phone. You're getting it? After it, you must wash them. So what we washed is the leaf. And then you will find other things like the human skin, human eyes, right? So when we meet people, you have to look at the eyes. Eyes is the major thing, right? To see the other person, the eye speaks a lot. And then they say we're usually attracted to, so we try to make ourselves youthful, attracted to others youth. You're trying to yourself making you more youthful. So this the very interesting. See, some of these documents, what they did was on the basis of the human skin. Some of them did with the eyes. With the eyes, initially it looks so nice, and then go there, then you'll see the blood vessels, red blood vessels. So usually when we depict the demons, eyes with the red blood vessels, right? So it's not outside really dim in the air, it's inside. You can see beautiful eyes, actually not beautiful. It's that the red blood vessels there. Very scary, right? Instant repulsion comes. You're getting it. Okay. Say just to try to think of that from the way we wash it. So look, just think of this flower. Think of the flower. Nothing of this flower. From the go to the, let's say, the cells. Just slowly go inward, the zooming in with the subject ultimate analysis. You will start to see the cells. And go still zooming in, you will start to see the nucleus. Still zooming in, you will see the chromosomes. Okay, let's say stay there. Where's the flower? It's not there. In the ultimate analysis, the flower's not there. Okay, still zoom in, you see the DNA molecules. Still zoom in, you will see the atoms. Okay, stay there. These atoms, these are the basic building blocks for all the physical matters. Stay there. And where's the flower? Nowhere to be found. Okay. If you're very sure, how many of you are very sure of this? Yes. Subjecting the flower to ultimate analysis, the flower is nowhere to be seen. With this step by step, going towards the atoms, nowhere to be seen. Raise hands. Raise your hands. It's not just mental projection. This is what I'm discovering. Raise hands. I'm discovering. Good. So what we do is that initially when you do that, say in some cases you may feel a tinge of goosebumps, a tinge of fear, tickling sensation, and the cold wave flowing through the body, very tranquil experience at the heart. These things can happen, but then gradually it can become like a mechanical. Don't worry. Keep doing this, and meanwhile, the moment you get that non-affirming negative, that flower is not there. Non-affirming negative, when you get it, just observe your mind, how your mind reacts. Just observe the mind. And even how the mind reacts, you may not, you see, there's nothing really there. Because that our mind is so gross, we cannot really distinguish the subtle changes. And gradually you start to see these subtle changes within your mind. The moment you get this non-affirming negative, you could feel the subtle change here. Your mind feels rest. It's a very pleasant feeling. A restful feeling comes to your mind. You will feel it. The moment you get this non-affirming negative, the moment the affirming the positive phenomenon comes to your mind, instantly that will be again disturbed. It'll disappear. You're getting it? Again, you go back to the non-affirming negative of the objective absence of objective existence in the form non-affirming negative. The moment you get the non-affirming, instantly the feeling comes back. A very pleasant feeling. Then this pleasant feeling or the very subtle feeling becomes more and more stable. You're getting it? So you try to spend more time to stay in this experience. So this experience will have the counter effect, positive counter effect in your daily dealing with the world, where you are not being so badly affected. When even if some disturbance happen to your mind, you're not badly affected. Your mind is very calm and stable. Alongside, then you have to practice bodhicitta. This will not only just stay calm, but it will, no matter what the situation, your mind will go out to reach out to others. Beautiful. This combination of fearless and beautiful, the appealing mind, these two will be together. So just with the wisdom of emptiness, you become very fearless. Very fearless. But the appeal is not there. You understand what I'm saying? Appeal, how the mother sees the child, how the mother sees her, little baby. There's appeal or not? Huh? There's appeal, very beautiful appeal. For the Bodhichitta, this appeal will come to your mind. It's very appealing feeling. With the wisdom emptiness, appealing feeling is not there. It's very confident, fearless. These two are very different. And what do you want? Which do you want? Hey, which do you want? Number two. Huh? Confidence, fearlessness. Anyone else? What do you want? Hurry, what do you want? Huh? No, which do you want? The fearlessness, the fearless mind, or the appealing mind? Okay, both. We need both. You're getting it? Right? Okay. We need fearlessness. This is very important. With the fearlessness, then you are protected. With the appealing mind, you will reach out to others. The more you reach out, more appealing it is. You getting it? So protect yourself and benefit others. Both will happen. When the fear is there, you say you cannot reach out to others because if I go out, then what will happen to me, right? So this fear will stop you, hinder you from reaching to others. So first, make yourself fearless with the wisdom emptiness. And how? Keep practicing it, right? Don't think that, right, you meet with the guru and the guru blesses you, say some mantra, and you become fearless. No, impossible. You're getting it? Impossible. So there's no magic. Usually what I say is that if you want to become a Nobel laureate in physics, don't recite, right, mantras, may I become Nobel laureate, may I become Nobel laureate in physics. You spend 20 years, 30 years doing that, you will not become a Nobel laureate in physics. If you want to be a Nobel laureate in physics, what should you do? Study physics. You're getting it? Likewise, if you want to become fearless, study emptiness. Contemplate on emptiness, reflect on emptiness, and meditate on emptiness. This is the only way. If you want to feel the beautiful state of mind, practice bodhicitta. There's no shortcut. There's no any other way. Practice bodhicitta. And if you want to mind to remain stable, no matter what situation, if you're very stable, steady, practice shamatha. Right? Go engage the vipassana meditation. Do these things properly, not just halfway. Properly, this will make your mind stable. And make your mind stable, but when the fear comes, what happens? Then it will start to move, gradually start to move. You're getting it? And then it will not feel the appeal. For this, stability is required, fearlessness is required, appeal is required. All are required. You're getting it? Okay. So for this only thing is just say what should we do if you want to become rich, and the only way by which you can become rich is by depositing the $2 every day. Then what will you do? Huh? If this is the only way, what will you do? Keep depositing, never miss a day. You're getting it? Never miss a day. You know Provident Fund. What does it mean by Provident Fund? Hey, no idea. Huh? Hey, just get no idea. Yeah. Anything else? No one. That you can deposit any, say that, okay, I'll not touch it. You can say this. Provident Fund is very different. It is when you deposit X amount and automatically it becomes double. Automatically it becomes double. But you're not entitled to withdraw it for 1 year. You're going to automatically become double. Right? Yes, this one's Provident Fund. Nadia, Google search it. After the retreat, Google search it. You're getting it? Huh? No. I know the compound interest, simple interest, compound interest. These two are different. This is not I'm talking about. This is not I'm talking about. The point is that when you're working in an institution, this is a plus point. When you're working in an institute, right? If they have a system for the Provident Fund, then they can deduct like 10% of your salary. So you are not losing it. It will go to the bank, and automatically the institution will give another 10% for you. 10%. So it was 20% for you. Automatically it's doubled. So, and then if you say, oh, no, today I cannot deposit because I have an emergency, then you will not get the extra money. You're getting it? So if you want to increase it, then you don't miss depositing it. You're getting it? If this is the only way. Yes, over there. The mic. Mic.
Для меня, как может быть, Сиян, это не этот пример, потому что наши банки, если мы вкладываем деньги в банки, мы теряем деньги. Это в России есть дефолт, так называемый, когда деньги обесцениваются. Инфляция.
And so many people trust banks. It's not a safe way to save them. And this lady, Nadia, she's saying that what you're talking about, the provident fund, it's not the same as a bank account.
That's true.
Now they're having discussion. Is it the same? Isn't it the same? What's the difference?
Okay. So basically what is said is that so the first thing that I learned when I was just very young was that in India, in those days, nowadays is much more the same. Not really 100% same, much more the same. When I was younger, in India, you deposit in the bank, they say particular fixed deposit, you get interest, a good amount of interest. Then I learned that in the West, not all, in some places in the West, there's no point in depositing. If you deposit, at times you may lose even. This is what she's saying. You may even lose, right? It depends on how much the interest, how much profit the bank is making. If the bank doesn't make much profit, bank is to pay salary to the staff. So that way, if the bank is not making any money, you lose the money rather than getting interest. So these systems are there. So just don't think of all the systems. You're getting it. I'm just creating a system, the system which is actually followed here. Let's say a system where, okay, so let's hear, this is an institution. And the system is that to help the staff, your 10% salary is cut. Cut meaning it will not be given to you, and it'll straightly go to the bank. And the institution, not the bank, institution will add 10% to it, which means that you get double now. You deposit your 1,000 rupees is cut, and institution add any 1,000, you got 2,000 deposited. You're getting it? Okay, so this idea. And then if you don't deposit if you say, sorry, I cannot deposit 10,000 now, please keep it back, institution will not give you the extra 1,000. You're getting, so what should you do? You should make sure not to miss a chance to keep depositing. You're getting it? Okay, so likewise, wisdom of emptiness, Bodhichitta, it is exactly like this. If you miss one day, you miss a lot. So we make sure that by the time you reach, say, Chung, how old are you, if I may ask? I'm 33. Very young. Right. But don't think that you are young, because every day counts. Every day, make sure that you deposit bodhicitta. You deposit wisdom of emptiness. Otherwise, one day you miss a lot. You're getting it? And not only you, me also, all of us. We have to keep depositing bodhicitta, keep depositing wisdom. Every day you meditate something, bodhicitta. At least you let the goosebumps come once time every day. Little goosebumps, tickling sensation every day, right? So that way, your mind is being shifted every time. A little bit of tickling sensation comes, your mind shifts. Although it's very little, it shifts like the hour hand of the clock, our hand, right? You don't see it's moving, but actually it's moving. It's moving. Likewise, our mind moves from negative to positive. It moves slowly. It moves every time you say practice bodhicitta. You feel something. With some emptiness, you feel something. It moves like tick, 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 tick. It moves like this. You're getting it? And then they don't expect that suddenly the next day you become very confident, right? No, don't expect that. Suddenly tomorrow, the next day you expect like explosion of realization. It does not happen. You're getting it? Some people they have. Who are these people? Who already deposit huge amount of money in the past life. Huge amount of bodhicitta wisdom in this past life. And this life, they meet with the teacher says, instant this explosion. Oh, this person had the explosion. I'll also have it. No, don't expect that. We did not deposit this bodhicitta wisdom in the past life. So we can expect to withdraw this amount. You're getting it? Okay. So every day we have to do it. We have to do it every day. This is not easy. Consistency is not easy. To say that I will do is easy. I am doing is difficult. Right? I will do every day for the next 10 years. That's very easy. I am doing the last 10 years. This is difficult. Right? So this is what if you're being kind to yourself, including myself, we should do this on a daily basis. This will protect you. This will protect us from our bad habits. You're getting it? And then from there, this will give you the equipment, the glasses to see who is a good teacher, who is not a good teacher. You're getting it? Right? Then you can go for the guru. Till that point, don't go for the guru. You're getting it? Otherwise, you will get confused. And then later on, then you may go in the wrong direction. You're getting it? Okay, so we should be very careful. Good. Okay, so here, and we digress this all related to what His Holiness the 7th Dalai Lama taught. He advised us, whenever you interact with the world, you go to the busy place, crowded place, and so forth, you see all these things like they are so intrinsic real, so object real. And give yourself a little time and space. Don't just quickly make the conclusion that, oh, beautiful, oh, nasty. No, just take one step back and think of all these things. These are all empty, like this flower. This flower is just coming from my mind. It's just a bunch of atoms, the non-affirming negative. So likewise, don't say that everything, don't like this, it'll never happen. Take one object at a time. You're getting it? Okay, all these crowded things are there, right? As for example, when we see Trump, everything is like vibrating, right? Moving, right? Everything is like shaking. Trump, right? Intrinsically shaking. No. So even that is also what your mind is creating, right? Creating. So every day, every moment, you take one object at a time, like a flower. Myself, table, the food that I eat. Just take one object at a time and think of the emptiness of that object. That make it thorough, right? And then gradually your mind will pick up the pace. It'll become faster, faster, faster. Don't be impatient to say that everything is like atoms, right? You will not get anywhere. The moment the emotions, they come to attack you, you are a slave of that. You will be just torn into pieces by the emotions. So we have to do just one at a time. One at a time. Okay, so let's read this. Page 218. The The last, His Holiness the Seventh Dalai Lama's rain shower feeds, a song of the four mindfulnesses as a guide to the view of the middle way. Together, at the crossroads of the six collections of consciousness that have diverse perceptions, are seen the hazy dualistic phenomena which are baseless. There is a magical show that is by nature deceptive. Don't believe them to be true, but view them as having the nature of emptiness. Don't let your mind go astray, but place it within the nature of appearance and emptiness. Through not losing mindfulness, hold it within the nature of appearance and emptiness. The sphere of appearing and existing phenomena is pervaded by the space of the ultimate clear light of suchness. There's an ineffable ultimate reality. View this nature of emptiness through abandoning mental contrivances. Don't let your mind go astray, but place it within the ambience of reality. Through not losing mindfulness, hold it within the ambience of reality. Okay, this passage one will experience only when after several years. In some cases, it may take even like 10, 20, 30 years in some cases. But they don't mean to demoralize you. It'll take time. This verse, which Seventh Dalai Lama is just sharing his experience. For us, it'll take time, right? So do one object at a time, and then gradually, then you will see the emptiness which pervades the whole phenomena. It's not just emptiness of a flower, not just emptiness of one object, but the emptiness of the whole phenomenon, the whole universe, pervaded by the emptiness. You will see that. Then you will see that it says, look, it's very powerful. The sphere of appearing in the existing phenomenon is pervaded by the space of the ultimate clear light of suchness. This is just nothing but the non-affirming negative emptiness, objective existence, and non-affirming negative. There's the ineffable ultimate. This is the ultimate reality. View this nature of emptiness through abandoned mental contrivances. Don't contrive these. Let it happen very naturally. Don't let your mind go astray, but place it within the ambience of reality. Through not losing mindfulness, hold it within the ambience of reality. Okay, next. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama's prayer for proliferating the Dharma, the land of snows. Venerable Marpalo Zawa, Shepi Dorji, and so on, host of the precious Kagyu, the source of blessings, the chain of unexcelled masters of this outstanding tradition. To you I pray, may the Buddha Dharma of the land of snows bliss forevermore. All phenomena encompassing in samsara and nirvana are but the radiance of spontaneous awareness. Awareness itself, devoid of elaborations, is realized in the energy of Dharmakaya. Pervading all existences, the appearance of samsara and nirvana is a great Mahamudra. May the Buddha Dharma of the land of snows bliss forevermore. Arya Nagarjuna in praise of Dhamma Dhatu. Impermanent, suffering, and empty, these three they purify the mind. The Dhamma that is unsurpassed and purify the mind is the lack of intrinsic nature. Concluding prayer from Lama Tsongkhapa's Ocean of Reasoning, a commentary on Arya Nagarjuna's fundamental wisdom of the middle way. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by Dharma and Manjushri and be able to uphold the Dharma in general and the teachings of independent origination in particular for cosmic life. Would you with folded hands? Shiri Heruga, Shiri Heruga, Shiri Heruga. Hey is the selflessness phenomena, emptiness of the mind, which is the source of everything, as it is imputed to be of causal nature. Ru is the selflessness of person, emptiness of self that is fabricated by the web of conceptual thought that grasps the self of person. Ka is the ultimate reality, absence of dissonant duality of subject and object. Shiri is the non-dual exalted wisdom that abides in congruence with emptiness of object. This is the meaning of Evam. Okay, so now today is the seventh day, seven or eight, 7 day, 7 day. Okay, 7 or 8, right? One of the two, right? Okay, so this is we have things to remind me, right? What are the reminders? We forgot. People who okay, Luca, Svetlana, and the gentleman there, and Cheske, Drisi, okay, let us, and I think the Svetlana has 3 things to remind us, right? All 3 things. Okay, the first one, what's the first one? Okay, Mike.
Первую вещь мы уже проговорили несколько дней назад, а сегодня нужно было... Ага. Сейчас скажу.
So Sridhar is saying that the third she was reminded about those who already discussed ceremonies before.
What?
И что это такое?
Not sure. Look. Okay, just get. And the first one, tell me. Mike.
Okay. Hello. Sorry.
Mike, hey, Chuki.
Okay. I had two things. One was on page number 4, independent origination. There's no ceasing, no arising. The whole that verse, and then the other.
No, what is this verse? Verse you recited.
Okay.
Fine, no problem.
Independent origination.
No. What I'm saying is, what should you should be reminding us? Reminding us to recite it.
No, the
You recite it every
explanation.
day.
No, explanation of this verse.
Explanation. Be very clear in what you have to say, right?
Okay.
So this verse needs to be explained. Good, okay.
So this was
Good, thank you. Thank you. First we'll do that, one at a time. So I said, don't do everything together. Everything, right? Shwetlana did it. Right? I will remind you everything. And she couldn't remind even one. Right? You're getting it? So one at a time. Don't be too ambitious. I'll remind you everything, right? And then you can remind even one. Right? Okay. Number 1, you'll do this after that, Shwetlana. Number 2, right? Okay. The first, turn to page 4. Independent origination. There is no ceasing, no arising. This is a very important verse. Now we're explaining this today here. Okay. This is a verse, word of salutation by Arya Nagarjuna, in his text, in his most important text which he composed. Your fundamental wisdom of the middle way. The text in English is fundamental wisdom of the middle way. Sometimes people translate it as root wisdom. Root wisdom, fundamental wisdom of the middle way, same. In Sanskrit, Mool Madhyamaka Karika. Mool Madhyamaka Karika. In Tibetan, Tsawashirab. Uma Tsawashirab. Okay. So this is a word of salutation to the Buddha. Arya Nagarjuna is saying praise to the Buddha. Whenever Arya Nagarjuna say praise to the Buddha, he never praised the Buddha for the Buddha's performing miracles. He never, right? Miracle doesn't really help us. Miracle is to help the people who don't want to put effort, who want to see something, something magic, who want to go for, what is that? Different shows, right? Then you see somebody flying, amazed. Okay. Whereas for people who really want to attain nirvana and Buddhahood, so these people, miracles will not help. What help is you have to transform your mind, remove the mental dirt. Remove the mental dirt. How to remove the mental dirt? By introducing the counterforce of the dirt. What is the dirt? The dirt are self-grasping ignorance and its offshoots or the subtle stains. Offshoots meaning the grosser version of afflictions, and then subtle stains, cognitive obscurations. So they do remove that. How to remove that? By applying the counterforce, which is the wisdom of emptiness, right? So what is this wisdom of emptiness? That requires study, reflection, meditation. Many people, they don't want to do that. So the wise people, for them it is like the mother. For the children, for the young children, mother will never say that, okay, this I'll do tomorrow, this I'll do tomorrow. No, it's very difficult. The wise mother, kind mother, genuine mother, the responsible mother, they will never say that. They will do it right there. However difficult it is, they will do it. Likewise, we should take care of ourselves. So we have to do it. So how to do that is that, for example, like Arya Nagarjuna, all his praise to Buddha is all about the Buddha. You taught emptiness. You taught dependent origination. Not that you performed miracle. The Buddha did perform lots of miracles. Very oftentimes, Buddha did perform miracles. And particularly, the 15th day of the first month of the lunar calendar. Let me repeat it. particularly on the 15th day of the first month of lunar calendar, Buddha performed innumerable miracles, extremely profound miracles he performed. Usually he discouraged his disciples from performing miracles. Usually he discouraged people from performing miracles. Why? Because if the teachers or say the people who can really influence others, if they just perform miracles, all the followers will be fascinated by the miracles. They're not interested in bodhicitta. They're not interested in the wisdom of emptiness. And with the miracles, they don't get anywhere. But actually take them to the freedom from miseries is the wisdom of emptiness of bodhicitta. So therefore the Buddha discouraged his disciples from performing miracles. And why the Buddha himself performed miracles on that day was because of the challenges imposed by his competitors. Challenges imposed by his competitors. There was a group of 6 teachers somewhere, they following their own traditions, and they came to hear about the Buddha's fame, and everybody was following him. A particular very standard people, they're all following Buddha, and then they were so jealous. These 6 teachers, they were so jealous of Buddha, and they also had miracle powers. So they wanted to defame. They wanted to defame the Buddha. So they went there to the Buddha, met the Buddha, and put a challenge to the Buddha, saying that you are a fake teacher. You misguide people. You are not a real teacher. You don't know anything. And the Buddha didn't say anything. And still they know that Buddha is very confident. So they said that we have to compete. And the Buddha said, okay, we can compete. And they said, when? And the Buddha said, you fix the date. And they fixed the date and the place. And they were so excited. And on that date, Buddha disappeared somewhere else. They became even more haughty and angry, proud. They were searching for the Buddha. They found the Buddha somewhere. Look, you said that we're going to have you accept the challenge, and you are so scared now. You ran away. So now you cannot run. We have to compete. The Buddha said, yes. And when? You decide. And where? You decide. Again, they decided the place, and they did the date. And again, the Buddha left somewhere. It happened like 2 or 3 times. Finally, it was the 15th day of the first month of the lunar calendar. They said, now you cannot run. We have to compete it here. And the Buddha accepted, yes. Then the other side performed miracles like creating the beautiful the garden and so forth, just illusion, create illusion. And the Buddha created the huge elephants running on the beautiful garden which they created. All are illusions. And they damaged the whole the garden. Again they create something else. Again the Buddha created that. Again damage. Finally they gave up. And then the Buddha created very scary animals. And these scary animals, they started to chase the competitors. They actually ran away. So this Buddha discouraged people from performing miracles. But he performed these on this day because of the constant challenges put forth by the competitors. And so this is so now Arya Nagarjuna, while the Buddha performed these miracles, Arya Nagarjuna never praised the Buddha for having performed miracles. Instead, always Arya Nagarjuna praised Buddha Shakyamuni for having taught dependent origination, having taught emptiness. You're getting it? Okay, listen. So this verse. So we see that if the same. In what way do you agree with me that the way, the manner in which the mental stress, anxiety, sadness, and so forth, these arise, this happen to us when we meet with the object. Yes, when we, for example, when you see somebody who you don't like passing by, your just mind feels disturbed, right? It happens, right? And then sadness happens, your mind feels so sad. So in other words, your mind encounters with the object, then the various emotions arise. You agree? Good. So what kind of objects do the emotions, attachment, anger, jealousy, so forth arise when you encounter with what kind of objects? Do you agree with me that there are two objects which are predominantly what triggers the different emotions within us? Okay, let's say that how many of you during your childhood you enjoy your birthday, celebrating you're looking forward to your birthdays? Raise hands. Looking forward to your birthdays? Good. And looking forward to Christmas? Looking forward to Tibet New Year? Okay. Looking forward to any New Year, right? Okay. Or looking forward to anything that you. Okay. So let's say that your birthday or tomorrow is my birthday, right? So there, what happens is today ceases. Today gradually comes closer towards the end, and the tomorrow comes closer towards arising, ceasing and arising, right? Ceasing and arising. So do you encounter with good things cease, you feel sad? I think somebody said that separation from losing my near and dear one's mother is very painful. Losing meaning ceasing, right? Losing my mother, losing my very dear brother or sister, whatever, losing, that's a ceasing. And then the say ceasing of good things, it makes you sad. Arising of good things makes you happy, right? And arising of bad things, it makes you sad, makes you unhappy. And ceasing of the bad things, you are happy. You're going to get ceasing, arising. And people, one of the election campaign is what? Change. What do you mean by change? Old should go down, cease, and new should arise, arising, ceasing. You're getting it? So in other words, we are so keen. All emotions are related to meeting with the objects which are arising, ceasing. Arising good things makes you happy. Ceasing of good things makes me sad. Arising of bad things, unhappy. Ceasing of bad things, you are happy. You're getting it? This is how all the emotions arise. You're getting it? Okay. So if you see that ceasing and arising itself is like illusion. Ceasing and arising, these two things are like illusion. They're all just coming from my mind. All the emotions arising because of seeing things as ceasing and arising, all these emotions, destructive emotions, will stop. You're getting it? Ceasing and arising. And then what else? It says, in dependent origination, there's no ceasing and arising, no annihilation, no permanence. You're getting it? Say, how many of you like to have the permanent house? Right? A permanent house. No, you have to move. You don't feel happy. A permanent house is good. Permanent job is good. Permanent job, right? If you want to go to a job, temporary job or permanent job, which is better? Permanent job, right? I'm sure that some people are struggling to get permanent job, not getting it. And then also the people will ask you, what is your permanent address? You're getting permanent. There's no permanence, right? There's no permanent address. Because the address comes under composite phenomena. All composite phenomena are impermanent, but it's an illusion. What's a permanent address, right? And what's a permanent job? A job is a composite phenomena. It should follow the impermanence, right? But we look for the permanent job. It's all illusions. You're getting it? So we crave for good things as permanent and bad things as impermanent. This is what we want, right? And yet, no annihilation. They say bad things should go away, annihilate completely. Good things stay with us completely, perfectly, right? No annihilation, no permanent. Even what you think is annihilation, even what you think as permanent, these are all just illusion, what your mind creates. No coming, no going, right? Right? So sometimes you are sitting with your boss, whether you're sitting with the boss who is very tough guy, right? And then sits there, and for you, even 1 minute with the boss is like 10 hours. You just like to run away from this boss, very difficult boss, right? How many of you sometimes feel that resents? Tom and Andrew. Okay, anyone else? Not necessarily the boss. Not necessarily boss. Even with somebody's so-called friend, right? And you should be spending time with that, right? And then even 5 minutes is too long. You feel so suffocated. How many felt it? Raise hands. In 5 minutes, it's so suffocating, right? So one time, after completing my Geshe degree, then going to Cambridge in England, then coming back, I was offered to teach the American students, and then I was teaching in Sara, which is about 40 minutes from here. How many been to Sara? Residents? Sara College, Tibetan College, Sara College. No one. Okay, you went there. So it's a beautiful place. My teacher, Venerable Geshe Rinpoche, he started this, and I was involved there. Very interesting stories. So the teaching there, and then I just make a commitment to myself that I'll not teach English to anybody, because I'm not interested in English. I'm only interested in philosophy, psychology, and personal practice, right? It's just a waste of my time. This is the psychology that I had. This is my psyche, my thinking. And then suddenly one of my classmates from the Institute of Buddhist Directives, he said, Geshe-la. And he's a good friend, not only classmate, he's also a good friend. He said, Geshe-la, teach me English. How can I say no now? I made the commitment, and the very next day he said, Geshe-la, teach me English. He's a very close friend of mine. So I said, okay. Then I said, half an hour is okay. He said, okay, half an hour is okay. So half an hour every day. And then the moment the class happens, so much suffocation comes, reluctance, not heaviness, right? Then I requested, can we do it on the alternate days? He said, yes. Then the day there's no English lesson, it makes me so light. And with the English, instantly I feel so heavy, dragged down. Half an hour is like 4 hours. Then I requested, if 15 minutes is okay. If 15 minutes is okay. And he's so kind. He said, okay, yes, anytime is fine. Any duration of time is fine. 15 minutes. Even the 15 minutes, the moment it's coming closer to the time of the English class, it makes me it's just putting me down. So deliberately on that time, I made some other plans. I disappear. And he's not there, right? And then after 15 minutes, I come, right? So then he got a sense that there's no joy in this, in him to teaching this. He also understood it, and he stopped. I was so happy. Yeah. So look, it's not that he's bad, simply because I don't have the passion in this. You're getting it? And particularly if forget about passion, if somebody is there who you find so difficult to be with, it's so suffocating. So suffocating. You're getting it? So, which means that you want to go. I want to go. Right? And even this going is also not interested real. Right? With somebody who you love, you want to spend more time. Even 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, too less, right? So you don't want to go, right? Coming and going. So our problems. Good people come, you are happy. Good people go, you are unhappy. Bad people come, you are unhappy. Bad people goes, you are very happy, right? Coming, going. Even that is also like a dream. Then no separateness and no sameness, right? People fight over these two concepts, separateness and sameness, right? Same, East Germany, West Germany, they said that we are one country, we are not separate, right? And some said that we are separate, right? And EU, EU, right? Brexit. British said, no, we want to be separate, we want to be separate. And others said, no, we should be together, one. Some say, no, different. So, and on this basis, how much complication fights happen. For example, like, say, the Tibetans, they're saying that we are not Chinese, right? And the CCP is saying that you are a part of us, we are part of us, we are one, right? And so much killings happen in between. All these problems happen, right? Same. Okay, so all these problems are related to these 8 events, 8 things, 8 items, 8 phenomena which actually exist as dependent originated, not on these areas, independently real, dependent originated. Yet, failing to see them as dependent originated is failing to seeing them as independent existent, all the emotions arise. You're getting anger, attachment, jealousy, craving, cruelty, all these arise when you see these 8 phenomena as independent and real. Okay, so it says, in dependent origination, we see that ceasing, arising, they don't really exist as independently. They are just dependent and real. No annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, no sameness. Okay, wow, that's amazing. In other words, all the phenomena with which I interact, the phenomena with which I interact, marked by these 8, the 8 kinds of dependent origination. Ceasing, arising, then permanence, annihilation and permanence, then coming, going, oneness and separateness, these 8 phenomena. Seeing the 8 phenomena as dependent originated, then you see that this is how, believe it or not, just examine that whenever there's emotions arising within you, sadness, anger, and craving, and so forth, whenever these emotions arise, see that what is that cognitive aspect of the mind which triggered these emotions? What is the cognitive aspect? Meaning that the mind, what was that object encountering with which the emotions arise? Is it one of these 8? Just check. Is it one of these 8? You will see that invariably they are all connected to one of these 8. And if you see that these 8 are all empty of true reality, they're all like illusion, then all your mind will forever be liberated. You will not be entrenched in seeing things intrinsically real. So therefore all negative emotions will stop. Okay, so then we see that you feel the absolute, it's like waking up from the sleep of ignorance. You wake up, the contents of the dream will stop affecting you, right? The dream ghost will stop affecting you. You are free, you get the rest. I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme among all teachers. What kind of teacher do we want? Why do we need the teacher in the first place? Teacher to teach us how to wake up from the sleep of ignorance. Yes, no. We need a teacher. In other words, let's make it simple. We need a teacher to free us from miseries. Yes. So that's a teacher. There's so many, for example, when I was in my young age, like the late teenage, like 17, 18, 19, if I were to meet Albert Einstein, I would be the most happy person because I was so fond of physics. I was extremely fond of physics. And today, if I were to meet Albert Einstein, I'll be very happy. But if somebody asks me, are you going to follow Albert Einstein? I'll say, no, I appreciate him, but I will not follow him. Now, my priority is different, right? Earlier, I did not see this. Independent origination, there's no ceasing, arising, annihilation, permanence, coming, going, oneness, separate. I've never seen this. Now, seeing this, my purpose has changed. The purpose is not just to know something, but to really bring about transformation within yourself, to remove your fears, to embrace a greater happiness. Okay, so now if for example, let's say the Mozart, I really appreciate him, but if you tell me Mozart is a musician, a child prodigy, since the age 4, he started to compose his own music. Since the age 4, what are you doing? What were you doing? Right? He started to compose music. Right? What are you doing? What am I doing? I was just playing on the ground with the dust, right? looking for where is the chocolate, right? And Mozart, he was already busy composing music at age 4, right? So this is child prodigy. Today, if you were to tell me, Mozart, do you appreciate him? I greatly appreciate any skills, not only one skill, any skills I appreciate, any skills. For example, a farmer who plants, who grows these flowers, who grows the crops. I really appreciate what they're doing. I want to know how they're doing it so professionally, right? Even the people who build the walls, and I can see many. I don't know what to say. I myself in a form like a builder, not a builder in that sense, but related to constructions. I'm also exposed to that construction work because of my teacher, Venerable Geshe Dorji. When I was in IBD, he said, Damdul, come. And then the Sara College, there. So initial foundation, they were all built by my teacher. And then I was the architect, right? Little boy, age 20, he was the architect of all these things. And my teacher was also a self-made architect. I'm also a self-made architect, right? So he said, Damdul, come. No Sunday. So come, I had to go with him. And then he would say, there is barren, very hot, extremely hot in April, very hot, and nothing there, it's just barren. There's one or two trees there. And my teacher, he was already in his 60s. And he would just stand in under scorching sun, and he would make plans. And all the plans, I have to note it down on a piece of paper like this, note it down. Then after this, I go back. Then I have to put whatever I have noted, put it in a big graph paper. I put it, and then I have to take to a proper architect. And the architect, looking at what I did, he did not even have to come to the spot, to the place. He will design the architectural designs on the basis of the measurements that I give. Okay, why do you say this? Huh? Yeah, I appreciate all the skills. But if you tell me that would you follow Mozart, would you follow Michael Jackson, would you follow Messi, or would you follow what? Albert Einstein, or now Anton Zeilinger, Nobel Prize in Physics, Nobel laureate in Physics, Anton Zeilinger, and so forth. Also, no, I will not follow. I appreciate them, but I don't know. So what? Finally, what's the purpose? The purpose is, for me, what I do, I really want to learn from the heart is what liberates me from my suffering. Not just a piece of knowledge. I appreciate knowledge, but I'm interested in something which will liberate me from suffering, which will expand my happiness. How many of you share the same sentiment with hands? Yes. So the real teacher should be teacher to teach what you want to know. What you want to know is to free yourself from suffering and free you and give you the maximum happiness. And who did that? The one who taught you emptiness. And who's that? On the planet Earth, the Buddha Shakyamuni was the first teacher who taught this. On the planet Earth, Buddha Shakyamuni was the first teacher who taught this. So it says, prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme among all teachers. There were so many teachers. Who is the supreme? Whosoever can teach me the path which helps me to remove my miseries and to take me to a spot with the most expansive happiness. That is the supreme of the teacher. You agree? So that is Buddha Shakyamuni. The supreme of all teachers. For what? For him having taught this peace. Which peace? Peace freed of all the mental anxieties, mental stress, mental sufferings, which is freed of elaboration. What is elaborations? You wake up, elaboration of the dream starts. All the details in the dream stops. Elaborations in the dream all stop. So this is what he taught. So therefore he is the supreme of all the teachers. Or you will say this the one time together. And just try to reflect the meanings. In dependent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, no sameness. A pursuit to the consummate Buddha, the supreme of all teachers, the one who taught this peace, which is free of elaborations. Okay, Svetlana, What's the second question?
Напомните о том, каким образом естественная природа становится Буддой Дхармакаей.
He was to remind you about the natural, two natures of Buddha, and one is
Afflictive, cognitive,
nature of Buddha. Two natures of Buddha. One is
proliferating Buddha nature, natural Buddha nature.
and she was to remind you about
Буддой Дхармакаей.
how this nature becomes Dharmakaya.
Oh, good. Thank you. And Shizkit, what is the second one that you have? Okay, good. Two heavy topics. Okay, Ben, anything extra? Okay. Okay, three important things. Anyone else? There are many people who raised their hands to, volunteered, who forgot themselves that they volunteered. Anyone who are the volunteers? Raise hand. Who are the volunteers? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Anything that needs to be remembered, to reminded of? What Shwetalana reminded? Okay. Anything else? Because I told you last time, once I leave, don't blame me. Right? Once I leave, don't blame me. Okay. First, what should we do first? Okay. I see that there are many of them here. They are from NDC4. And then some of them NMC. Okay. So first let's do that, then followed by Shwetalana's thing, and then the emptiness of the mind. Okay. What is the difference? Say, the question is, we talked about the afflictive obscurations and the cognitive obscurations. Before I give the answer, I'll give you the first question, right? You give an answer, only then I'll give the answer to this, to see whether you prepared. You getting it? Why we did not do this question all these many days is because I want you to be prepared. Now I want to see if you're prepared. If you're not prepared, again, we'll not do it. We'll do the next retreat. All right? Okay. So my question to you is, what is the difference between afflictive obscurations and the cognitive obscurations? Anyone? Quick. Here. The lady here. Mike. Yes. Thank you.
Завеса омрачения – это эмоциональная природа, эмоциональная что природа, а когнитивная завеса – это вот когда ум постигает объект, просто.
So this lady is saying that the first obscuration has the affective nature, and the second cognitive obscuration has cognitive nature. So this is the difference between these two obscurations.
Thank you. Okay, Kyle.
Kyle?
Hello. The cognitive was the smell of the garlic, and the afflictive was just garlic itself.
Salted garlic. Okay, the example. Very good. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Andrew?
The afflictive obscurations block nirvana, but the cognitive prevent Buddhahood.
Very good. Okay, look at my tone. Very good. Very good. Right? Very good. And then what Andrew said, very good. Anyone else? Yes, Yamuna. Mike?
The cognitive obscurations are more subtle. They arise from something ignorance, grasping, self-grasping ignorance. They arise from self-grasping ignorance, and the afflictions arise from self-centered attitude. No. Yes.
Okay. Right. So, okay. Anyone else? Okay, Lisa. Lisa. Mike.
The afflictive obscurations are the afflictions of negative emotions, contaminated karmas, and the active seeds, which obscure from nirvana. And then the cognitive obscurations are the subtle stains that obscure from Buddhahood.
Very good. What is that? Very good. Yeah, thank you. Very good. Okay, we see that. Oh, Changjibla. Mike, Changjibla here. In the front.
So the afflictive emotions, to reduce them requires bodhicitta, and the cognitive obscurations requires the wisdom of emptiness.
Are you sure? You want to reconsider? I'll give you time.
The afflictive requires the wisdom of emptiness, and the cognitive requires bodhicitta.
Better. Okay. If we put everything together, is what the Lisa said. Lisa put it more like a very comprehensive form, what all of you said, put together, what Lisa said. So the question is that anybody who will tell me what exactly is the question, which I ask you to remind me. Very good. We already explained what is afflictive obscurations, which Lisa said, and others also. Afflictive obscurations constituted of contaminated karmas and afflictions. And within afflictions, there are three categories: gross afflictions. This is lazy work, Gross means subtle is almost there, right? Gross afflictions, inappropriate tension. Wow, very precise. Elaboration and self-grasping. These three things combined together form the afflictions. In other words, afflictive obscurations, we identified them as the contaminated karmas and the afflictions. Within the afflictions, we categorize this into three layers. Very gross afflictions, such as attachment, anger, jealousy, and so forth. And then the inappropriate attention. And then finally, the self-grasping ignorance. These three all together into the afflictive obscurations. And the job of the afflictive obscurations, as the Andrew and Lisa said, is to stop us from attaining nirvana. Okay, this part is done. Now for the cognitive, we do not this, and then yes, the example given, as Kyle said, is the solid garlic. This is the afflictive obscuration. Cognitive obscuration, what we learned is that this is like the smell of the garlic. We just give this the example. We do not really say what exactly is cognitive obscuration. We did not say this. For the afflictive obscurations, we said for the afflictive obscurations, we have the contaminated karmas, afflictions, and so forth, identify them very precisely. For the cognitive obscuration, we did not really identify precisely what that is. Yes. No, ignorance falls under afflictive. You're getting it? We just settle stains. What is that subtle stain? If somebody asks, you have no clue. You're getting it? So for this, this is something which we need to learn now, not the last 7 days. You getting it? Okay. What is the question? What's the question? Luca. Exactly. Precisely what is cognitive obscurations, or what exactly is cognitive obscurations? Keeping aside the examples or vague explanation of the subtle stains and so forth, What exactly is cognitive obscurity? This question. So for this, we need to know two things. One, let's say that we all go to Mount Kailash. We are going to go to Mount Kailash for a pilgrimage. And Mount Kailash, there's a beautiful snow there. And we all put on blue glasses, right? We put on blue glasses, we go there, and then we look at it, the blue glasses to stop us from the glare, snow glare. With the blue glasses on, you go there, the snow appears as blue. Yes? Okay. So let me put it like this. You interact with the snow of the Mount Kailash. You interact with the snow. How the emotions arise is that when your mind interacts with the object. Yes? For example, you love cheesecake, your mind interacts with the cheesecake. You love momos, your mind interacts with the momos. You're getting it? Momos. And then the emotions rise. And your mind interacts with the difficult person, then the anger, uneasiness arise. Okay. So how the emotions arise is by when the mind interacts with the object. Mind is the subject, interacts with the object. Then the various destructive emotions arise. How many agree with me in a sense? Good. When the mind and the object interacts, so this interaction happens with two activities. One is the activity of the act of appearing, and the other one is the act of apprehension. Act of appearing and act of apprehension. What does it mean by that? Don't worry, just note it down and explain it. Act of appearing and act of apprehension. These are the two activities which connect the object and subject. Now, when we say that the snow appears as blue, you're getting it? What are the two activities which connect the object and subject? Act of appearing and act of apprehension. Act of apprehending. Act of apprehension is fine. Okay, these two activities there. The first activity, appearing. What is that? First act of appearing is related to the object. We say, let's say that the flower, your mind interacts with the flower. So there's two acts, the two acts in the process of interaction between your mind and the flower. So what is the first one? Act of appearing. So we say that, which is correct? The flower appears to the mind, or the mind appears to the flower? Which is correct? Flower appears to the mind, right? So the flower, this act of appearance is related to the flower, the object. Act of appearance is related to the object. Object appears to the subject. Next, what is the second activity? Second act. Act of apprehension, act of apprehending. The flower apprehends the mind, or the mind apprehends the flower? Which is correct? Okay, I'll ask Alex, right? No, just listen. It's English, it's not philosophy, right? My question is, what do you say? The mind apprehends the flower, or the flower apprehends the mind? Which is correct? You have no clue. Anyone else? Yes, over there. Mind apprehends the flower. No, the flower will not apprehend the mind. You're getting it? Okay. How many agree? Your name? Huh? Okay, how many agree with Orla Resents? Yes. The flower apprehends the object. The subject apprehends the object. Act of appearing is related to the object. Object appears to the subject. Act of apprehending is related to the subject. The subject apprehends the object. You're getting it? Okay, we remember these two. Now, when the subject, when the interplay between the object and subject happens, when the object appears to the flower, no, what is that? When the object appears to the subject, when the flower appears to the subject, this appearance can go wrong. For example, what is this flower? White or blue? White. You put on the blue glasses, and what will you see? A blue flower. The flower appears as blue. You getting it? Is that correct appearance or wrong appearance? Wrong appearance. So even the act of appearance can go wrong. You getting it? Next, even the act of, what is the second act? Act of apprehension. Even the act of apprehension can also go wrong. When you see the rope as a snake, oh, there's a snake there, then you jump, right? So you see the snake as the rope as a snake. Where did it go wrong? Where? Appearance or the apprehension? Huh? Not appearance. Huh? Not appearance. The snake, the rope did not appear as a snake, or it appears as a snake. Huh? Look as smart, right? The rope appears a snake and you think it's a snake. You getting it? So the mistake happens on both levels. Appearance as well as apprehension. Thank you, Luca. Right? I'm happy that this is a smart student. Right? Otherwise, I have to spend another 10 days here. Okay, Luca, thank you. Okay, so tell me, when you believe that the rope is a snake, where do we go wrong? On the act of appearance or act of apprehension? Appearance, apprehension. Yes. So what about appearance? Does it go wrong with appearance? No, it doesn't. So the rope did not appear as a snake. No. This is my question. I agree with you. You don't repeat that to me. I know that, and I agree with you. I'm asking another question. Did the rope appear as a snake to your mind? So the mistake happens on the appearance also. Which means Hari is a little stubborn, right? Not stupid. You know that. Well, who's stupid? Stupid is somebody, right, who does not even know the simple things. Hari is smart. He knows, but he's not ready to accept it, to challenge me. Right? Because he doesn't want to accept the defeat. Okay. Tell me. When you apprehend when you are scared to see a rope as a snake, where did you go wrong? Appearance or the apprehension? Luca, you have to give a lesson to all these people. You know, this girl is also stubborn. Tell me, what's the problem? Mike, Luca came here to check. What do you say?
The object doesn't appear to the mind as a snake. The object is not saying I'm a snake. The object is a rope. But our mind is perceiving the object as a snake.
Okay. So what appears to your mind? What appears to your mind? Snake.
Snake, yes.
Is there snake?
No.
No, so what is there?
Rope.
Rope appears as snake.
That's what the apprehension is.
No. Apprehension, I agree with you. You are exactly what Hari is saying. You are saying the same thing. I agree with you. I'm not saying that what you said is wrong. You getting it? I'm adding another question. Apprehension is mistaken. I agree with you. Does the rope appear as a snake?
Yes, for us.
Don't just say for the sake of making me happy. Say what you think. Okay, let's say that somebody comes in the form of disguise himself as a ghost, like the bed sheet, and in the night comes like this, right? The person appears as a ghost, and you are scared. The person appears as a ghost. Yes. So wherever you look, you see ghosts, or you just only see that person in the bed sheet. You see as a ghost. Only that person, not the flower, right? So that person appears as a ghost. The flower did not appear as a ghost. You getting it? So that person ghost? It's not a ghost, but it appears as a ghost. And then you think that appearance is true. What it appears is true. Then you apprehend it as ghost. So in short, where the mistake happens on the apprehension, mistake automatic happens on the appearance also. If the mind is mistaken with respect to the apprehension, automatically, by default, the mind is mistaken with the act of appearance also. But where this mistake happens on appearance, mistake may not happen on the apprehension. This is a good point. But the point is that, say, the mind has many moments, right? The first, there's a snake, there's a rope there, and you don't apprehend it as a rope. What is that correct? Then the next moment, that appears as a snake. There appears a snake, and the mind thinks that it is snake, right? And they say, you can put it like this. First, you just see an object there, but you don't see that as a snake, that you don't see that as a rope. Non-apprehension of a rope. This is what? Your name? Anish. So what Anish is saying, that you see an object there, but you don't see that as a rope. Non-apprehension of a rope first. And then followed by, that object appears as a snake. And then it appears, and then you believe it is snake. Then appearance mistaken, apprehension mistaken. You getting it? Okay. So now let me make a statement here. A mind which is mistaken, if a mind is mistaken with respect to object of apprehension, it must be mistaken with the object of appearance. Or let me say, if the mind is mistaken with respect to the apprehension, it is also mistaken with respect to the appearance. Statement number one. Anybody who likes to repeat this statement? Anyone? Yes, Alex. No, question comes later, right? Anybody who can? Okay, then let me say this again. Yes, you want to say this? Yes. Perfect. Very good. Did you all follow what's your name? Rose. Did you follow what Rose said? Saying, if a mind is mistaken with respect to the apprehension, it necessarily is mistaken with respect to the appearance. Now the second statement. If the mind is mistaken with respect to the appearance, it may not be mistaken with respect to the apprehension. Did you follow? Let me repeat it. If the mind is mistaken with respect to the apprehension, it should necessarily be mistaken with respect to the appearance. If the mind is mistaken with respect to the appearance, it may not be mistaken with respect to the apprehension. For example, if it is a boy, it should necessarily be a human being. What is a human being may not be a boy. What is a boy should be a human being. What is a human being may not be a boy. You agree? It's the same logic. Okay, Alex, you have a question? Yes. Wait, Mike.
I'm just confused because I don't know what I thought that the word apprehension meant to
that that's the word that you use when a criminal is in custody. You say that the criminal has been apprehended. So when we say apprehension, I don't understand what we mean by apprehension.
Okay, this is a good question. Okay, let me look for. Okay, Kyle, tell me what is apprehension. And Alex, American. Which part of America? Huh? Detroit. Okay. And this is Florida.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. Hello. So, to respect of how I'm understanding the word being used.
Say, okay, Kyle, tell me. Don't be influenced by today's philosophy, right? Speak your mind. How you understand apprehension in Florida?
Like this discerning.
Huh?
Discernment.
Discernment. I apprehend. I apprehend what you're saying. I discern what you're saying. Okay. And the is Petula from which America? Where did you do your PhD? Where? Tennessee English.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Downtown Tennessee. Downtown Tennessee English.
I think hold. I see apprehension as hold.
Apprehend is like hold, right? Oh, this is a snake. You hold it as a snake. You getting it? So Detroit English is not too complete, right? It's right. Okay. No, it's because the Detroit there are many layers, right? How old are you? 16? No, 16. Okay, say the Detroit language, 26 and below, and 26 and above. This is the difference there, right? So 26 and above, it becomes richer, right? Okay, Detroit below 26 is, apprehend means in the word correction is used, is what is used in correction? Huh? Criminal custody, right? You're not arrested there? No? You must have watched the movie? Or how do you know that? Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, and let's keep it confidential, right? I'm going too deep. Okay, sorry. Right. Okay, so apprehend means either hold or, Kyle, discern or hold. And hey, Australian English. I don't trust Chanchula. Chanchula, he is for the last 30, 40 years influenced by Buddhist philosophy. Yeah, but you speak.
So the Australian interpretation is the correct one, of course. So I agree with the others. So apprehend is, yes, I've got it. I hold it.
Yes, I hold it. I got it. I ascertained it.
Whether it's physical or cognitive.
Oh, physical content, very good. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, Carl. Huh? Different from grasping, yes. Carl, how do you understand it?
I thought always it's mental grasping.
Don't bring from the NMC. Right.
Yes, the same, to hold.
The hold.
Discern.
From where? From which English?
England.
England, yes. No, England, there are many England. Which England? Huh?
Birmingham.
Birmingham, okay. Birmingham. Okay, good. Anyone else? Okay, we have the Rebecca. What do you understand by apprehend?
Get it or hold, get a hold of it.
Like hold, I got it, I hold it. Good. Alex, you're happy now? You have given, they gave you many options. hold, doesn't mean the hand holding, mind holding, right? Alex, do Tibetan classes. Or do Tibetan classes. You're getting it? Then you'll know the hold doesn't mean only the physical holding. Mental holding is also there, right? Okay, good. It's already 11 now. It's already, we'll finish this part. Oh no, it'll take time. Even to get to this far, it was a long time, right? Right? Then, yeah, I think better next class. Deyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. 2 prostrations.